I mean, no. He may be serious, but he's not going to be a viable. Like, but when the caucuses come around, he's not going to be viable because not enough people believe that he would run the country well.
Why and why not? Why would you vote for a candidate? Why would you not vote for these leading candidates? So, first one we're going to start with is Donald Trump. First, let me give a disclaimer here. 2020 election is in November. I am not endorsing the candidate. I haven't even decided who I'm going to vote for necessarily. So yeah, we're just going to dig into this, and this is just surface level stuff that I've been hearing about. We're just going to bring to the forefront, make sure, see what you guys think about it. If you have an opinion on any of this, go ahead and leave it in the comments. We'll talk political. I don't care.
Man.
Just keep respectful. So yeah. First, we'll start with Donald Trump. What bad things have you heard about Donald Trump? Why would people not vote for Donald Trump?
Well, I mean, the obvious reasons why he's not is because the more social aspects where, he essentially talks crap about people, and it's unbecoming of a president because, Michelle Obama showed her shoulders and, she was a harlot. And Obama wore that suit. Looked good. It was a suit, a full suit. Like, he spent money on that suit. And because of the color it was, I don't remember what color it was. It might have been blue or something like that. Bashed him all over, the interwebs and whatnot. So, he doesn't have any aspect of a president as far as his social, the way he acts socially. Obviously he doesn't have the intelligence to be a president. His dictionary is limited to about 30 words. Great being 70 of them. So I think that's really mostly it. Like the way he comes off, like as a person, and the fact that he is clearly illiterate and incapable of doing the job. And I think that's probably what it comes down mainly, is he's just incapable of doing the job.
I think even the biggest Trump supporter could probably recognize that sometimes he says a little more than he should be saying. As far as his tact and the way he goes about explaining things is a little bit off.
He's actually the only president to do his speeches without it being written down and checked over by someone.
And that actually leads me to the good things about Donald Trump. The good thing is he does just do what he thinks. He doesn't need the whole panel to go ahead and approve on what he's
good.
Right. He's taking matters in his own hands, and I think that's a good thing. Because if you got somebody that's not a part of the establishment and who's been running the country for so long,
all that, but he definitely does go off the rip. His father is like one of the people that started the establishment, if you will. He was one of the rich people that got rich off taking advantage of people. So he's one of those people, and Donald Trump kind of just comes from that legacy.
Do you think that he could be a danger to the establishment? Maybe that's why some of this stuff and why they attack him so much in the media. I can see that being true.
No, I think that he is part of the establishment, and the media attacks him so much because he
doesn't follow
deserves
script.
It. I don't. The only good thing that I can say about him is that occasionally he has done some good things as far as law-wise and in some of his executive orders. That's about as good as I can give him. But I think he's very much so part of the establishment because his whole cabinet is filled with the establishment and his family members. So he definitely didn't drain the swamp. He definitely filled that all the way up. He literally.
I think the Democrats and I think that all the other people, I think they don't care for him because he's doing his own thing. He's
not playing by
by their rules. Yeah, and like I said, I think that could be a good thing, and in a certain sense because he's not just following the same crap that we've been dealing with over the past
and that
however long.
For sure, definitely.
Let's move on to Joe Biden. The bad things about Joe Biden. What I got here is, he has a reputation. Sleepy Joe.
Yeah.
He struggles as a communicator. He fumbles over his words. He's not. you know, and he's been in office, like we said earlier. He's been in office for 40 years, and this is what we got. You know, so what does he really have to show? To me, it's like, yeah, I'll be honest with you, Obama, you know, it'd be kind of like just business as usual, messing with Joe Biden.
Yep.
You know, so what else you got to say on that?
I mean, for why people wouldn't vote for him, I think the biggest, I think the biggest reason why people would not vote for these candidates is the social aspect of it. And everyone thinks that Joe Biden touches children very inappropriately,
yeah.
which there's pictures of him doing
videos.
So, yeah,
he's a little creep.
So, like, I think more than anything, just because people, I won't say people aren't
potentially creep.
I won't say people don't understand politics, but the political side of elections isn't as engaging as the social, side of it. So I think that is probably a huge thing. And then, like you said, he's had plenty of time to change something, and he hasn't. He was in the second highest seat in the nation, and he didn't do anything with it. All he does is piggyback off when Obama was in office. I did this, I led this, and whatnot. Well, Obama's not in office. Obama didn't achieve anything while he was in office.
That's very
so
true.
It's like, what do you have that's going to bring something new to the table?
Right.
And he doesn't, because like you said, most of the Democrats are part of the establishment. Like the Democrat Party was the one that founded the Jim Crow laws. Was the one for slavery and the seceding from the nation and whatnot. That's the Democrats. So
right.
The Democratic Party itself is historically the establishment. So yeah.
Good things about Joe Biden. Business as usual.
Yeah.
It's the good with the bad. I mean, do you agree with how things have been going? Even during the Obama era, he didn't do any of this Black Lives Matter things. None of this social justice things were really even a thing. It was like, oh, we got Obama. We thought we were good to go.
Everyone's cool. Yeah, must be gone because we got a half black president.
Yeah, so business as usual. He got a lot of supporters on the Democratic side. Obama's out there campaigning for him.
I will say he definitely does go across party lines. I will give him that. He definitely isn't necessary, and that's kind of why I feel like he really is working for the establishment, because he doesn't necessarily go by party lines. He goes by what
agenda.
Yeah, he goes by an agenda. Exactly. Whatever works. And if it just so happens to be a more conservative policy, then he'll go with that. But he does straddle the line pretty well. So I will give him that.
Let's move on to the man Kanye West. Kanye West is running. He's on the ballot here in our state. Let's see. Good things about... Well, I'm sorry. Let's start with the bad things. Let's start with the bad things about Kanye West. To me, if you believe what he says or not, he's got a reputation to kind of shoot from the hip, and just say and do which I honor that to a certain extent. Some people don't think that's. I mean, what if you're talking to another foreign leader and you just start?
Right. It
might not work out so well.
They don't necessarily understand the American customs of sarcasm.
Snatching the mic.
You might die.
Or hopping on there during Katrina and saying George Bush doesn't like black people. Just the things that he does.
Yeah.
He kind of shoots.
Which isn't necessarily wrong, but
it's not wrong, but it's not very what do you call it? Some people say it's not very presidential or tactful. So the thing I like about Kanye is that he is an independent candidate, and he's stepping outside. He's giving us a chance to see things from outside the two-party system.
He does bring like newness that we don't like. Even with Donald Trump, he's way breaking the mold, but even then it's breaking the mold in a traditional, rich white male kind of way, whereas Kanye West is trying to 100% just completely new mold.
Right. Yeah, the two-party thing needs to go, man. I'm not a big fan of that, and it's kind of shitty that you or I are the best person that we know that could do the job the best, but never have a shot. You have to be a celebrity at this point to even have a chance to be able to fund a campaign or be heard.
Right.
That's why you had the Kanye West of the world, and people like that are running for president.
Literally. I just like that Kanye is going to. So people think that Kanye doesn't know anything about politics, but if you listen to Kanye's songs, if you've ever listened to his interviews, Kanye West is very very, very knowledgeable. He knows what he's talking about. He knows what's going on. He knows what's going on in other countries and whatnot. He has all the knowledge to be president, but he also will. And one thing that I think is necessary is he will speak more from a perspective of the less fortunate, because Kanye West comes from Chicago, comes from not having a lot of money, completely self-made, which none of the other candidates can say. They got there from all this other stuff. And obviously Kanye West now signed Rock Nation and whatnot, he's got help now, but like he was the very first artist to be completely self-made, made his own beats, recorded his own songs, put out his own stuff to distributors and whatnot. So I think he, like, a lot of his stuff that worked well for him with music can transfer into other areas and whatnot. I think that's what people most like about him. And right. I mean, again, most people, I think a big part of it is if they're a Trump person, I think it's just because he's black. I'm just say it. They don't want another black guy in office, especially with all the stuff that's been going on. There was already a lot of, well, black people just want more, they don't want even and whatnot. Well, no, because it's not even. So to you it seems like more because it's not even currently. So
right.
I mean, so there's going to be a lot of that. A lot of people are saying Kanye like mentally isn't fit to be president, which I can neither confirm nor deny. He's definitely said some crazy stuff.
There were some rumors. I think they said he did get checked in or something.
Honestly, I don't pay attention much. I just kind of whatever crosses my brain at the moment is something I look into. But I don't know. I just don't see. I would probably want Kanye over Joe Biden or Trump, but I wouldn't vote for any of the three. Honestly, Kanye West more likely for sure, but definitely not Joe Biden. And Trump isn't even part of the campaign to me. He's just a guy. That's not.
He's the president of the United States.
He's their president. I don't rock with him like that.